Hey everyone, how are you this evening? Rodarte coming to you live here today. Getting ready to invite my secret here. Let's see here if we can get him up here and get this show started. Would like to share a little bit about him with you once we get him on and ready to go. So thank you for being on this call with us tonight. Having a little bit of phone difficulty here. Hang on with me. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get this here. And I had gone through have any of these problems earlier today, and now, of course, now that we're live, here we go with some problems. So hang on, we'll get this figured out. There we go. So glad you can see me. Hi everyone that's on the call. I've invited Robert to join us. So as we're waiting for him to come on, thank you all for joining us. I'm so blessed and honored to be able to be on this call this evening with Robert. And he's just been an amazing mentor in my life and in many lives of a lot of people. And I'm so happy that he's taken time to give to me this evening to share a little bit about his story and why he has developed so many millionaires over his lifetime. And let's see here if I can see everybody else. Let's see where Robert is at. I sent him the invite, so he should be coming. Can you all see me okay? Robert says he wants to be here. He's watching. So let's see if we can get him all on now. All this technology, it's not my thing. I've had to learn and grow tremendously in the technology world. So,
Hang on.
Okay.
Hopefully this will work good. Go ahead and talk.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you great.
Okay, awesome.
It doesn't sound like you're echoing, does it?
I hear an echo of myself.
Can everybody really quickly just post on here to see if you can hear her okay?
Are they hearing an echo?
I'm not hearing an echo.
A loud echo. Should I take my headphones out?
I'm waiting for someone to see here if they're echoing.
Echoes when Dawn speaks.
Can Don, go ahead and start speaking, and we'll see if maybe what you can do is just take your headphones out.
Is that better?
I was thinking for you.
It's better for me. But what about everybody else?
Yeah, there is an echo. I don't know what's wrong with Facebook, but we've been dealing with this all for a couple of days now. So,
well, I'll make my introduction quick because it seems to be on my end. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Robert, for taking time to be here tonight. I am so blessed. I just want to share with everyone a little bit about you and what the type of person you are. Robert came from Williston, North Dakota, grew up in North Dakota. And as a millionaire, most people think he's had an easy life. Everyone does when you're successful. Lo and behold, he had a tough upbringing. Was tossed around from foster home to foster home. Got into trouble in high school, dropped out of high school. got into a marriage, got divorced, had a son, was flat broke. His passion in life was to be a mechanic. He loved working with his hands. So he was trying everything he could think of to be that mechanic. So he was buying tools, working in the industry, lo and behold, not getting any further ahead. Had to pawn off his tools to keep a roof over his head for his son and himself. One day driving home with his son from school, he stopped a few blocks from home, and his son said, "You know what, Dad, if you just go a few more blocks, we'll be home." Not wanting to tell his son, "If I go there, son, our car is going to get repoed, and we're not going to have a car, and I'm not going to be able to drive you around." Robert has taken all those obstacles in his life and turned them into positive. He's a godly man. He's helped mentor 55 people to become millionaires. He's a giver, as he's giving to me tonight. He's not the guy that says, "I'll give you this, but I want you to pay me back." He's the guy that says, "I'll give you this, but I want you to pay it forward." So I'll stop talking tonight so you can share your expertise with everyone online, because we've got a huge group here tonight, and I'm sorry about the echo. But Robert, I love you, I appreciate you, and I thank you for your time with me tonight.
Well, Don, that is one of the nicest intros I ever had, and on top of your heart and that incredible intro, because of the echo, I guess everybody heard it twice, so it was twice as good. So, well, Don, thank you so much, and I just love and appreciate you too. I just love how much you've grown as a person since I've met you. And you know, there's a lot of people out there that will watch this video that will go, "Hey, you know what? I just wish I could do something." And if you guys reach out to Dawn and ask her how she did it, I'm telling you, she is growing so much. She's not the same person that I met. And so I'm just so proud of your work, your effort. Dawn, you just continue to go forward, and I just love being your friend. You're like my sister.
Yes.
So,
yes.
So everyone, really quickly, what we're doing is me and Dawn have joined arms together, and we want to share with you an incredible business that I think will be the largest shift to wealth and health that we'll ever see in our lifetime. And I know that's a bold statement, but I have 31 years of documentation to prove that that's fact. My mentors, one being a billionaire, actually shared with me that if you get involved with a trend, you don't have to be smart, you don't have to be good looking, you don't have to do anything. You just get in front of a freight train moving now 200 miles an hour west, and you step in front of it and you just go west. And so what really happened is a few months ago now, you know, my wife basically was looking for a business she could generate money. She's an empty nester, and she was looking for a way to generate revenue to help shelters. She found this website online called Goats of Anarchy, and she was just really inspired by these people that love to rescue animals and build these animal shelters. So she said that's what she wanted to do. And what ended up happening is she was really struggling. She's even, her phrase is, "I just want off the struggle bus." And so she came to me, it was wonderful, and she said, "Listen, what would you do if you were me?" And I said, "Stop looking for a company or a product and find a company with momentum. Find a mentor that is documented in showing other people how to get fast and quick results." And Dawn, as you know the story, she looked at me and said, "You know, great, smart aleck, go find me her." and when she said her, that's when I realized that she wanted me to find her a female mentor. So 31 years, being the top of 7 different companies as the number 1 income earner, I reached out and talked to people, and this name kept coming up, Jenna Zweigel, and 31-year-old mother of 2, and I wasn't her friend, I didn't know her from anybody. And I went on her Facebook wall, and that's exactly what she was doing. You know, new person hitting this rank, new person getting a home, new person getting a car, new person getting both. And these were people that were not professional marketers in the past. And so it really got me to look at it. So what we decided to do is I knew at this point we needed to try the product. So I now call it a miracle in a bottle. And as soon as we signed up for under $100, a 30-day money-back guarantee, I was waiting, and then my wife said, listen, I'm getting all these emails, you got another person, you got another person, you got another person. And I go, who did you tell? She said, I didn't tell anybody. And I said, well, I didn't tell anybody. And so that's when I found the genius behind, Josh Zwagel, which is the owner of the company. And now they're co-owners and co-founders. And so what ended up happening is once I got the product, I tried it, and I'm blown away. I mean, the testimonials that we've gotten on this product are just flat miracles. That's exactly what they are. I had the best night's sleep I ever had. I love telling people this, that whether you're suffering from an illness or a disease or even an injury and have pain, bottom line, doctors all say the same thing, is that you need to get rest. Your body needs a lot of rest for it to heal itself. And so if all the product did was that, it would be miraculous. You know how many people struggle with sleeping a really good night's sleep? But I got up and all of a sudden my injuries from being in martial arts, they were, no longer as strong as they were. And then all of a sudden I seemed to have this energy and clarity. It really blew my mind. And so then I started doing my research, as you know, Don, on all of the product, and I was blown away. And so that's when we decided to do a really quick Zoom with Josh and Jenna. And the first thing that I did to her is I said, listen, I'm documentation beats conversation. I don't want to hear any hype. Can I see your back office? And she says, absolutely. And that week she made $159,000. Now, when I say that to everybody, please understand, we know that money doesn't buy happiness, but neither does poverty.
Right.
The one thing that really got me is that here's this 31-year-old mother of two that's made twice as much money than I've ever made in a week in my entire 31 career. So that's when I said, I need to pay attention. I need to find out what this is. After talking to Josh and looking at this system, we decided to get involved. And in the last 6 months, now almost are going into our 7th month, it's mind-boggling how she's gone from 5K to 10K to 25K to 50K, 100K, 250K. And we just walked the stage in Las Vegas a weekend ago.
Right.
And I just watched a dream of mine come true. And what we did is I knew that everyone would want to know, Don, exactly what I was doing. So we put together a Facebook group called Vision Team. And I documented every single check, our first week, our first month, all the way up to where we are now. And with the checks that we'll get tomorrow, my wife will probably surpass over $180,000. In fact, the checks tomorrow should be over 40 grand. And I'm like going,
wow.
I need to tell everyone this. Well, I just posted another person as 5K in the group. So now we have, I believe, 48 people in there that have ranked events 5K or higher. And I see some of them that are right on here tonight. And so it's amazing to me. It's just not us making money. It's all of us making a huge difference. I call it cause marketing. And to just show you the growth of this company, last month I think they did over $11 million. And from last year to this year, there's over 500 people that have ranked events 5K or higher. So that's momentum. And the reason why is because of the product. I tell people it's impossible to compete with a company where the product gets instant results. So if it can't get gooder, it did. You know what I mean? We now have 3 people in the company that made over $1 million within their first year in the company. My best year was $400,000. So again, double what I've done in the past. And then what they did is they added this incredible product to coffee and creamer. Now, let me tell you why that's so exciting to me. Is because people get really hung up on the product. What does it do? Is there any science? I need to talk to my doctor. And you say all this stuff, and then you can just turn around and say this one thing. Well, listen, Don, I know that you might be struggling with it, but would you like to take a cup of coffee? And people go, yeah, no problem. And so while they're drinking the coffee, which I'm addicted to it now, I love it. Now what you're doing is you're getting that product infused into the coffee. And so a coffee is the second largest commodity in the world next to oil.
Right.
So I just want to tell each and every one of you that you can go to Google and Google my name and go to my website and pay thousands and thousands of dollars for my training. Or what you could do is post below and say, Don, I want the training for free. Just say, Don, connect with me. And Don will connect you into that group where we have step-by-step training that my mentors showed me. The other thing that Don's going to ask you to do is take a tour. It's a free tour. So instead of asking Don all these questions, what is it? What's that? How does this work? Well, how do you do that? Whatever. What you want to do is put your name and number into that form and then take a free tour, and you're going to hear the owners that Terry and I talked to, Josh and Jenna, share their vision with you, what they're doing, how they did it, and why it ended up being where it is today. After you get done watching that video, Don can point, guide, and direct you to all the different training, the news clip, the documentations, everything that you need to hear. So not too often in my life, and Mark Cuban, I love taking this statement from him. He says, listen, you can fail over and over and over and over and over again. You only need one to work. Right. And see, what's really unique about that statement is the people that I know, include myself, that have made the biggest difference and made a lot of money, not only for themselves and others, are people that are not scared to fail. They're not scared to fail. So I've been in a number of companies where you see awards behind me that are no longer in existence. It's just neither is Toys R Us, neither is Lehman Brothers. So to think that people went out, did everything they were told, went and got a job, and then showed up at Toys R Us and chains were on the door. It's just, you can get upset or you can find a new vehicle. So Don, I am so honored and blessed to be your friend, your business partner. Thank you so much for asking me to get on here. When, there's a lot of people that ask me to do lives, but when you asked me, it put a bigger smile on my face than normal. So I just love and appreciate you so much. Please post below so Don can reach out to you. For those of you that are in secret mode, send her a private message and just allow Don to take you exactly where you need to go. So take care and God bless. And if no one's giving you permission to succeed, let Don and I give you that permission. Take care and God bless. Good night, Don.
God bless you. Good night.